One quick one here. This is just a demonstration of a small tool I made in QGIS in order to help me report my magnetic or side scan sonar targets that I've mapped from SonarWiz in a particular way for the enjoyment of my clients. So you can see here, this is a table of side scan sonar anomalies that I've mapped one right up to 18 targets. This is a fake pipeline, just for demonstration purpose. I just made this in my home country, Cameroon. And let's say you have a pipeline here and you even have a pipeline corridor, which is here, and you've surveyed this corridor with side scan sonar and you map targets as you can see here. But then my client wants me to report these targets in a certain way. He needs particularly me to tell them what is the distance of each of these targets to the center line so they can know the importance of it, how it affects their construction. So you can see that if I zoom that, you'll see that I have some vectors that can tell me the distance of each of these targets from the pipeline, and also to tell me the KP at which, or kilometer point at which each of these targets is appearing along that pipeline center route. So to do this, normally you will be, if you want to do it manually, you can click on the measurement tool and then you measure from the target right up to the pipeline. And then you add that column on this table and then you can put each distance and then you find out what the KP here is. But that takes a lot of time. Just say, for example, you have like 100 of these targets, then it's going to take you a lot of time to do that manually. So to solve that problem, I developed for myself a tool that you can see here. I've called it Target Orientation to Centerline. It's not a tool that exists in QGIS, but I made it myself. I made it through the process model. There is something in QGIS called process model. You can come here to model designer. So you can see that this is your model designer. You can design your own model here and say a lot of things that it does. So I have some inputs here: cable center line, side scan sonar target, survey corridor, and so on. It's complicated. So simply put, if you click on this, you have to input the bathymetry. You have to input the center line. You have to input the magnetometer grid. If you had magnetometer in your survey, without which you can use something else or ignore it. Side scan sonar targets, you have to load this file you see in the background here and define the survey corridor, and then you just press run. Finish. Now you have a new file, that is made here. This is the file, and you can see each vector created from each target to the center line, measuring the distance each target has to that center line. So if I come back here and open this and just click open attribute table, you see that now you have the longitude, you have the latitude, you have the eastern and northern, in addition to what you had on this table, which was not enough. Then you have the KP at which each target occurs. You have the offset to the pipeline. These are the two important things that if you can look at this offset and the KP, you have the dimension that you already measured in, say, for example, processing software like SonarWiz. You have the water depth sample from the bathymetry, the anomaly sample from the magnetometer data, and the orientation of each of those targets. So I just export this table, then I can put it in my report. So this is what you should have been measuring manually. So if that is something that is useful for you in your workflow, yeah, you can write to me. I can send the tool to you and you can enjoy. Thank you very much.